So, good morning once again. We are here today, that is May 24th, Monday, May 24th, 2021. And today we are here again for the class of marketing management. And the topic for today is segmentation. The class is for Master in Business Administration second semester students. Right. So let's get into the topic. Right. Now, in order to create value for the target customer, marketer follow consumer driven marketing strategy. It involves three steps: segmentation, targeting, and positioning. And this model is called STP model, right? When the firm combines with firm's marketing mix, it is STP plus marketing mix approach. So marketing mix acts with STP. Marketing mix we have already discussed. Marketing mix is implemented with STP, that is segmentation, targeting, and promotion, right? And this is called STP plus marketing mix approach, right? Now, segmentation involves dividing the heterogeneous market into homogeneous groups and subgroups. And these these homogeneous groups of customers are known as segments, right? Targeting involves decisions about the segment, that which segment you will be serving as a firm and which not. Those segments that you will be serving as a firm will become your target segment, and those segments that you will not be serving will not be making any difference for you, right? Because you need to concentrate on only on your target segments, right? This targeting is followed by positioning, right? Positioning is connecting the target market with the offer or your product which will maximize the value of product for the consumers. Positioning aims at occupying a certain position in the minds of the consumer. Your product or your services should occupy a particular position that you want to have in the minds of consumers, right? The offer is based on the best possible combination of various elements of marketing mix, which are known as 4Ps: product, price, place, and promotion. All these 4Ps combines together, like they have combined together in marketing mix. That is the reason I said that marketing mix and STP works together to formulate product positioning, right? Now, moving further, product positioning involves implanting brands' unique benefits and differentiation in the consumer minds, right? You create brand differentiation, and with those brand differentiation, you hit the consumer mind and create a particular position of your product in the minds of the consumer. Here, like Procter and Gamble has positioned his brands of detergent in a particular manner in the minds of the consumer, like Ariel and Tide both have different segments and both have different positioning, right? Ariel and Tide both have different segments and different positioning, right? Now, moving further, the total market for many of the product is always heterogeneous and not homogeneous, right? Because people have different needs, wants. Due to this, a marketer cannot derive maximum benefit by analyzing the market as a whole. This is the reason market segmentation is necessary. For example, there may be total market for textile, detergent, bikes, cars, TVs, refrigerators, etc., right? But within that total market, the reach of these products, there exists various sub markets which are different from each other. Under textile markets, one section of population, there might be huge demand for cotton textile. Okay. In another, they are needing synthetic fiber textile, and In the third, they are needing pure silk garment, right? This diversity may be due to difference in their income, taste, fashion, buying habits, and motives, right? There exist sub markets within the markets, as we have seen in the textile market. There may be one market that is needing only cotton clothes. There may be one market which is needing synthetic fiber clothes. There may be one market in which silk clothes are more demanded. It depends upon the purchasing pattern, taste, fashion, and economic income level of the consumer, right? Cotton products are comparatively at the heavier end. So all the people cannot purchase the cotton products if they are the people with low means. So they go for synthetic fibers because they too need clothes. Some people who are fond of silk, like ladies and rest of the thing, are very fond of silk. They always want to purchase silk, right? So they may go for silk. Silk is a cloth which is comparatively far costlier even than cotton, right? Now moving further, there are no two customers which are identical in their demands, right? Therefore, it is very necessary that you should be taking the advantage of this kind of situation, and you should define the market as small group of consumers, which may be known as segment, consisting of homogeneous customers, means consisting of customers having the same need, want, and demand. They have significant difference and they have similar buyer characteristics and buyer response, right? Because they are into the same segment and that segment is homogeneous. Now, if you tailor product design, pricing policies, promotion strategies, and distribution channels to meet the need of these small groups of marketers, often gain competitive advantage. Because once you have created the segments and targeted your audience, it becomes very easier for you to price the product, to promote the product, and to distribute the product, right? This kind of marketing strategy is consistent with the marketing concept, which requires identification of the consumer needs and wants and development of marketing programs to satisfy the needs and wants of the consumers, right? So this thing we have discussed n number of times, that you need to understand the need, want, and demand of the customers, and you need to create the products accordingly. So it is very much apparent, and it is being mentioned here also, right? Now, concept of market segmentation. Let us understand the concept of market segmentation in a little more detail. Now, according to Stanton, market segmentation consists of taking the total heterogeneous market for a product and dividing it into several sub-markets or segments, each of which tends to be homogeneous and all significant aspects, right? Market segmentation is a process of dividing the potential market into distinct sub-markets of consumers with common needs and characteristics. As I have already told you in the definition of market segmentation, in a one-line definition of market segmentation, that market segmentation is the process of dividing the heterogeneous market into homogeneous groups and subgroups. That is what this gentleman has said in his own words, right? Now, market segmentation is the starting step in applying the marketing strategy, because you cannot apply any of the marketing strategy unless and until the market is segmented. The job of marketing starts only after segmentation. Before segmentation, you cannot do anything. You can start with the marketing activities only when you have segmented the market. Once you have segmented the market, you can start up with your marketing activities, different marketing activities that you want to do, right? Once segmentation takes place, the marketer targets the identified customers, recruit with proper marketing mix, so you can position the product, right? Once you have segmented the market, then you may be able to identify which market can be your target market, which is the best suitable your target market. Now, if you have identified your target market, then you will be in a position to create product positioning, particularly for those consumers whom you have targeted in your target market segment. Hello. Right. Moving further. Right. Like I said, that all the marketing activities starts after segmentation. Once you have segmented the market, then you can target the market, that which market you will be targeting at, right? To which customers you will be positioning your product, how you will be pricing your product. Rest of the thing, everything starts after. Most of the activities starts after segmentation, because you need to understand your people, you need to understand your consumer, whom should you be focusing at, right? From the perspective of the marketing manager, market segmentation involves two closely related areas. From marketing manager perspective, segmentation involves two closely related areas. What are those? Let us see. The first is the total market for any product can be subdivided into segments or intergroups of potential customers who are homogeneous with respect to certain wants or desires, right? First, the total market of any product can be divided into segments within the groups of potential customers who are homogeneous with respect to certain want or desire, right? On the basis of want or desire, you are creating a segment. Second, it might be advantageous to the organization to serve one or more market segment, right? It is advantageous for organization to serve one or more market segment which is having consumer who are in demand of your product or services. So you may, depending upon your supply, you may serve one segment or you may serve many segment, depending upon the supply of your product or service, right? A market segment is a portion of larger market where the customer share one more characteristic that cause them to have relatively similar product. Okay. And what is that characteristic that the consumers share in a segment? That characteristic is the characteristic of homogeneity, right? They are homogeneous in nature. They have similar needs, wants, and desires, right? Moving further, it is possible that marketer creates a niche, right? It is very much possible that a marketer may create a niche. Now, what is niche? We will be looking at it in detail, right? Niche is a narrowly defined group of customers. Niche is a narrowly defined group of customers that have a distinct and complex set of needs. Niche is a group of customers that is having a distinct and complex set of needs. Their needs are distinct from rest of the segment and complex to understand. But once you have understood the needs of these customers, this niche segment with this niche segment, you can harvest lot of money, right? Therefore, in cycle industry, there are segments like cycle for regular users, sports, adventure, racing, kids, girls, etc. Right? These all are niches. Regular users ka segment will be the largest, but the segment of sports cycle, the segment for girl cycle, the segment for kid cycle may be a niche. Niche is created when cycle is required for health club, gyms, etc. Right? This is a niche. When the cycles are required by gyms, health club, etc. This is a niche, because usually health club cycles are not sold like a regular segment of cycles, right? Now in niche, there are few or no competitors. In niche, there are only a few competitors or no competitors. In the end, the product might have a premium price. In niche, as I said, there are only either only a few customers, or there are no in niche there are only a few competitors, or there are no competitors. So in niche, the product are usually premium price. So niche is a segment, as I have already said you can harvest a lot and lot of money from niche. If you have successfully created a niche, then you can harvest a lot and lot of money with niche, because there are only a few competitors, or there are almost no competitors. So okay, you can charge a premium price for your product. Now, degrees of segmentation. Degrees of segmentation. Market segmentation is consisting of changing needs of the population of the target customers. Market segmentation is based on the changing needs of the target customers. Therefore, any kind of segmentation can be practiced by the marketer depending upon the needs and requirements. Right. Partial market segmentation. It is followed where the whole market is divided into long, broad categorical lines. Right. Here, example, in the automobile market, one consumer may be wanting a station wagon or a Jeep. Another may want to buy a carrier or a light vehicle like a scooter or a motorcycle. Right. In such a situation, some manufacturers market separately to each group of consumers, right? And which is desired also. It is partial market segmentation. You have not completely segmented the market, but you are doing a partial market segmentation. Now, next, extreme market segmentation. Under this kind of strategy, marketer tailored their product to specialized needs of the few customers. In such a kind of segmentation, the marketer customize their product to the needs on the marketers are specializing their product according to the needs of a small group of customers, and these products are very specialized, highly specialized products. Right. This type of segmentation occurs particularly in luxury items or female garments, such as when the tailor prepares dress according to the measurements. Right. When the tailor is stitching the dress as per the measurement of a particular person, then that dress can be best, that dress will be having the best fit for that particular person and not to somebody else. Right. Now, third, market aggregation. It is practiced by companies which are production oriented. Market segregation is normally practiced by companies which are production oriented. In this case, the entire market is treated as a single homogeneous unit whose parts are considered to be all uniform. Right. In such a kind of segmentation, marketers develop one product and one marketing design, and they are using that particular product and that particular marketing design to market their product in the whole market. They are not identifying a target market. They are not, segmenting the market. Rather, they are considering, they are going with the same marketing design, and they are going with the same product to whole market. Right. It enables the company to maximize its production on a large scale and at a low cost and make it production economical. It makes the company to produce its product as at the largest scale and with a low cost. And they make their production economical, because when the production goes on a large scale, you will be enjoying the benefit of economies to scale. Right. Example of such markets are market for blankets, suitings, refrigerators, cycles, etc. Right. These are certain examples of such kind of products which can opt for such kind of strategies, such degree of segmentation. Right. Now, significance of market segmentation. Let us understand the significance of market segmentation also. Right. Market segmentation helps the marketer to get customer focused segmentation. The firm designs separate marketing mix for different segments so that may be able to offer best value to their consumers. Therefore, segmentation is very much helpful in helping the firm in number one, development of right product with features desired by the concerned segments. They may be able to develop those products which are right and containing all those features which are desired by the customers of that particular segment, right? They may design a right pricing strategy for the consumer of that particular segment, so that the consumer may not be able to pay the price, and the product will be priced in accordance with the pocket level of the consumer belonging to that particular segment. Selection of channel of distribution, the kind of channel of distribution which are suitable for those particular customers which are in those segments. Only those methods of distribution will be selected, and the products will be distributed according to those channels, and those will be the most convenient channels of distribution in that segment, right? Moving further, if properly used, market segmentation can be of benefit to the company, consumers, and the community. Marketing channels can be of benefit to all if they are properly used, and if they are not properly used, they may cause losses and damages to all, right? Now, it offers the following benefits. What benefits do it offers? First benefit, precise definition of the market. Segmentation makes the company in understanding why consumers are buying or not buying your product, right? First, now precise definition of the market. Segmentation makes a company to understand why consumers are buying or not buying your products, why the consumers are buying certain products, and why the consumers are not buying certain products, right? By understanding this, why companies are buying certain products and why they are not buying certain other products, the consumers can make changes in their product in order to regulate the market demand for their product, right? Further, second point, focused on customers. Market segmentation helps the firm. Market segmentation is actually focused on customers, right? Market segmentation helps the firm in creating a proper focus on its customers. Actually, the firm have detailed knowledge about the characteristics of the customers and their needs, buying motives, purchasing power, etc. So they can shape their product in order to deliver better value to the customer, so that the satisfaction of the customer may so that they may be able to attain satisfaction of the customer, and the consumer will be able to satisfy his needs by using the products of the company, right? What the marketer is doing, they are tailoring their marketing programs to the individual market segments, and the firm is able to satisfy the requirements of the customers and satisfy their needs too, right? Customers focusing the firms are focusing on the consumer driven marketing strategy, right? Consumer driven marketing strategies, because with the help of segmentation you will be able to understand your consumer well, so you may able to decide consumer driven marketing strategies, right? Now the third point, better assessment of competition. Market segmentation is very much helpful in making you understand strengths and weaknesses of the competitors. If a competitor product is deeply retrenched in one segment, there is hardly any point, right? If situation is such that a competing product is very deep in one segment, there is no use of wasting your time and resources in marketing your product in such a kind of segment, right? Because the competitor product has already occupied an important position, and you need to spend a lot of money in establishing your product in that particular market. So don't waste your time in such kind of market where competitor's product is so deep rooted that you may not be able to approve that product, or in order to approve that product you need to waste a lot of your resource, right? But where the company fails, but where the company's product fails to relate to a potentially strong target, management should take full advantage of the same, right? Fourth point, better allocation of resources, right? Once the target segment is defined and you have identified it, limited resources should be used and for to give maximum output at the minimum cost. Therefore, here promotional campaigns can be coordinated, and consumers may be able to and consumers may be and promotional campaign should be designed here at this stage so that consumer may be able to recognize the promotional appeal of yours as a marketer, right? And it will be able to minimize your losses, right? Fifth point, introduction of innovations. Marketers can focus on different segments more closely where they expect that they can earn more customers, right? This will help them in introducing innovating products to the market, and they will be able to serve their customers better, right? Sixth point, gains to consumer, right? Segmentation. Sixth point, gains to consumer. Segmentation results in many wars within the segment like Coke and Pepsi, Polo, Mindo, etc., Tata Salt, Captain Cook, right? Such kind of wars usually starts in a segment when two good products compete with each other, right? Each time war goes on and customer is the winner, because like Cola war started in 1990s, right? And consumers gained a lot because additional quantity was being offered by both the companies, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, at the same price, right? So in such a kind of situation where there is a kind of war in two very good brands, consumer always get benefited particularly, right? So now coming to down to the major basis of segmentation, the broad basis on which we segment the market, right?